I'm sorry if I don't know if you heard anything what I say. What I say, I say it again. Rahul back. Bienvenido. Warhab. Mabueka. Taino. You know what I'm saying? Bienvenido. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. You know, in Arabic. Ahlan. Ahlun. Ahlan. And so, again, I'm going to address some of these discrepancies because I view this video. Now, there wasn't so much said about me that was very submersive. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was attacked in any way. So I'm not going to come at this like that. What I'm going to come at it is to, again, to examine everything that was said and keep it real. Set the record straight. Again, those who do not set the record straight are hiding something. And there are some people that can get on the internet and be a little deceptive. And I don't think they do it intentionally. I just feel that that's a part of human nature when you want to, defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want to defend your honor. And there was questions that was asked to the brother, and I would say, hey, Jabari Asaze. Now, prior to this, I reached out to Jabari Asase, um, um, and I left him a message. I don't know if he received it, but I left him a message. This is on my Facebook. This is also on my YouTube and also on my LinkedIn. If he has any of that, he's much welcome to address any situation. Also, the brother Daniel Heru, because it was his channel that I happened to come across, and I was just listening, just listening, surfing through, and then and it came to a section where my name was mentioned, and even a screenshot was put of a conversation, something that I reached out to Jabari after the whole Lamont Hill thing. You see? So let's get it straight. I need to set this record straight. Let them know this is really for them. At the same time, hoping that this is in a way um, educational. If you want to look at it entertainment, or a little bit education, is to understand that sometimes we say things, but we're just saying it on the fly, and sometimes we say things and we think that people, there's this element that's being taught. There's a skill being taught in business. I'm gonna bring it up one day about that sense that in people that people have a fear that they're gonna be figured out. You know what I'm saying? That people are gonna see right through them. That's normal. That is normal. You know what I'm saying? People, are gonna figure you out. See, I don't mind people try to figure me out. There's nothing to figure out, and I'm always gonna come at you truthful. And brothers know this because again, these brothers, I really don't know them personally, and I really haven't had much discussion with them, but they know it, they noticed it. And I've spoken to other brothers and they noticed my character. I do want to say this. I am no longer going to be subject to these little bit back and forth bickering that's going back and forth, right? Amongst our people. I'm not going to be involved in that. However, let me make this clear. If you are going to disrespect, not only disrespect, but if you're going to postulate or propagate untruth about a master teacher, then I am going to come at you. No doubt about it. I will turn it up because it's not fair. It's not right. Because in a way, it affects me personally because what you're saying is that if I hadn't involved, if I was schooled and involved with a community and involved with a master teacher, and I know certain things that other people don't know, and I experienced certain things, but you're telling me that I did not experience what I experienced, that all this was made up, I'm not in my right state of mind. This is what you're saying very subliminally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to set the record straight. No doubt about it. I'm going to set the record straight. So let's get at hand. Let me share with you, and let's dissect this point by point. For one, first of all, let me bring up this here. Let you all know that this is my disclaimer. This is just for criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is permitted. So I'm going to share part of this broadcast that was on this particular brother's podcast, Daniel Heru, who I find to be very intelligent, very poised, very intelligent, good character. I see it. I can see it in people. But then again, like I said, we shouldn't be caught up in this bickering, going back and forth, this bickering thing, And I do, I don't apologize. That I feel there's no reason to apologize for anything. However, what I do is I retract, I go back and I fix any flaw in my character. Okay? So no longer am I going to be used as an instrument unless it is truthful, sawab, truthful and honorable. You know what I'm saying? And if you're saying something that is dishonorable, very submersive about a master teacher, especially one that I had involvement with, you know what I'm saying? Then I think I have every right to what they say, clap back, right? I have every right to offer you a antidote or to offer you a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? And to set the record straight. Set the record straight. Okay? And this is going to be on a couple of parts because in some other parts I'm going to address certain things, especially with Lamont Hill saying that there's no video. Well, there is video and there is tapes, Arabic tapes of Dr. Malachi. Sorry. of Dr. York speaking Arabic, because you're not going to honor the fact that I was raised up with the man, and I personally been around the man, played basketball. I've been in his home, you know what I'm saying? You know, personally sat with him and personally ate with him from the same table, drank from the same vessels. So you're not going to honor that. That's fine. You're looking for actual video and tapes. There are actual videos and tapes. You know, Dr. York at the time, Ali Mamisa made chuppahs in Arabic. In Islam, we have chuppahs. So they made Juma on Friday in Arabic and in English. Both. His son did the same thing in both. You know what I'm saying? Also, I was there, spoke with him. I was instructed with him on a lot of things in Arabic. You know, so, but you're not gonna honor that. But there are videos, there are tapes. I asked a brother to see if he could find the tapes. One of the tapes is Arabic for Beginners, I think it was, or Arabic Conversational Arabic. There's a tape where he's actually, it's him and his sister, but he first it's him saying it in Arabic, and then the sister says it in English. You know, we got to get those tapes because it shows. You know, before I go on, let me tell you this. I speak Spanish. Yo hablo español, ¿verdad? I grew up in a household, Spanish household. We spoke a lot of Spanish in my house. I went to visit my grandmother and grandfather in Puerto Rico all the time. And even when we were in the projects on 144th Street, Willis Avenue, my grandmother used to live there before they moved back to Puerto Rico. The household was spoken a lot of Spanish. I come from a family that speaks a lot of Spanish. Yet, I'm not to the point where I can go into a university and I had conversations in university with Spanish. It's limited because remember, even though my household is in Spanish, I have to go to English schools. So don't you think that it could have been the same thing? You know, Ali Mamisa at that time, right? Isa at that time, or Dr. York at that time, was getting instructed in Arabic, going back to State Street from Sheikh Daoud. And the Arabic teacher, he had Arabic teachers there teaching Arabic, the youth, because that's one of the projects when it comes to the mosque or the institute, is to teach the youth if you're going to change if you're going to change the conditions, and you want to bring your youth up speaking a different language, you know what I'm saying? So this is what happened. But in his household, his mother didn't speak Arabic fluently, and then Arabic, or his brothers and his sisters, you know what I'm saying? They were raising up in Brooklyn, right? In Brooklyn, in the hood. So he had to go from that, learning Arabic as a young child, and also being instructed in Sudan, you know what I'm saying? There's evidence of that, of him being in Sudan at an early age, learning Arabic, being raised, submerged in that Arabic speaking environment, all the way until when he come into Brooklyn and he's speaking English. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the, he explained that that's one of the problem that he had. He didn't want to lose a lot of his Arabic when he came back to the States. So there was constant classes that he had to learn. Same thing with me with the Spanish. There's certain things that I have to learn at the university level. So in order to keep my Spanish going, I got to immerse myself in the Spanish environment and speak it. I got to go to Puerto Rico and speak it, And also I learned Arabic. I could go to an Arabic country and in 3 months be speaking fluently, more fluently, because I already have the basics. I already been in that conditions of Arabic speaking. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say. But here it is. This is, again, I want you to hear this out. This is a interview that was done with, this is Danielle Heru, and this is Jabari Azaze. And this is the section where they bring my name up, and he shows some things, but we're going to go over it. Let me see.
By the way, that is against law. Okay. That is literally
you have to
within the 42 laws. Literally. That's what you're doing. And of all the things that have been said.
Here's a good point. That's what you're doing. But Jabari, that's what you do. You talk about my aunt, that's what you do. You speak submersively about another man, a master teacher, another man that has followers. You speak submersively about people. You can't exclude yourself from this. You know what I'm saying? So be careful.
About their teacher. I haven't said the most vile things about their teacher.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And not only that you said it, is that someone next to you say it, and you put that face in like, wow, look at this. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. You co-sign. Again, and I'm gonna bring you to that whole logical fallacy he made about the driver of the car and the driver bank and stuff like that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But I'm gonna inspect this, and I'm gonna really go into this. Check it out.
There's so many things I could say. So many things that I know because I've been in the community for a long time.
Which community? You talking about Ansar Allah community? The Nuwapian community? Which community are you speaking about, Jabari? You see, careful. Listen to this.
Don't
really
say
good.
those things because I'm not trying. I'm actually not trying to fight with them.
I'm not trying to, but you're engaging in it. But I'm not trying to. Listen.
But you know, the funny thing is, the more that they talk, the more they're convincing me that I should just let the gloves fly. And you know, that might actually happen. And I even want you to know that you know, it's so funny because Brother Silos, particularly, Brother Silos actually said all kinds of stuff about me. And the funny thing,
well, he make it seem like Brother CeeLo said something personal about him. Again, listen really closely, really closely.
The thing that I find absolutely bizarre is that he was sending me messages on Facebook that were initially he just wanted to connect.
Exactly, I wanted to connect, and it was after you've done that to Prince Amun, and after Mount Lamar Hill, you co-signed on that. Okay, you were the driver of the car on that one. Okay, yes. I wanted to connect with you to set the record straight. Hey, listen, what are you doing? You know, if you want people to look at you as a priest, man, your character, personality, man, you gotta straighten that out. You know what I'm saying? How can you do this? You're not trying to fight with a Nuwapian Sabian or people that revere Dr. York, but yet you're saying things, you're postulating things, you're propagating things. So what do you think? They're not gonna clap back at you? Or we're not gonna clap? Well, you're mistaken.
Maybe he got offended because, like I said, I didn't respond fast enough.
No. Not at all. You responded to me on the and he's gonna show the text. You responded to the text. And that was fine. You responded to that text, and like I said, people know my character. I'm not one to come at you banging hard like that. I want to know, you know, what's your purpose of doing this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's my ignorance. You know, if you're gonna look at it like that, you know, people tell me, oh, you know what the purpose is. You know, Asian, this. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to know, you know, where you're supposed to be a priest. You know, if you want me to honor you and look at you as you're a Kemetic priest or some priest or somehow, how can you engage yourself like this? You know what I'm saying? How can you do this? You know, I was really taken back, even with Sarnetta. You know what I'm saying? He did it all the time. And I gave him a model. And yeah, I'm mentioning Sarnetta now. Yeah. And they keep doing this. And I'm like, why are they doing this without, what if they not expect people to come back at them about this? Well, why are they doing it? It's causing separatism. You know, I've seen a lot of Sabians and Wapians support these guys. Even initiation, there was a Wapian in there. I mean, I see them supporting Sarnetta, supporting Jabari. Crazy.
But with the things that he said about me, is that really how you would speak to someone that you have issues with? Because it didn't start that way.
I don't have no issue with Jabari whatsoever. No issues with him. Let me retract that. I have one issue with Jabari. Okay, and that is he's always in the driver of the getaway car. He's always there when it comes to Sarnetta Lamont Hill, or all these other I don't know what you call them on the black on the conscious community, these weirdos, Uncle West, all these guys are a bunch of weirdos. Speaking about another man that's that have done so much more than they can ever achieve. Is that what it is? Is it jealousy? Is it really jealousy or something? I don't know.
Now I think because he's gotten some sort of strange platform with Brother Kansu.
What do you mean strange platform? What's strange? I come up. Kansu got his own platform. This was on the lines then, and I have my own platform. What strange platform are you speaking about? It's crazy.
Now all of a sudden, he's jumping fly. Now all of a sudden he's jumping fly.
Jump and fly. I don't even know what that means. What kind of vocabulary, vernacular is that? Jump and fly. It's crazy.
I mean, what month are we in?
We're in July.
He's hurt because he knows. He knows if I engage, it's going to open up something, and he's going to have to come forth and set the record straight. And he knows he cannot. I'm not Hansu. I didn't come later on. I came in '79. I actually played basketball with this man. I've been around this man. You know what I'm saying? Personally, you know what I'm saying? So he cannot come at me like that. Even Monk Lamont Hill never was with personally. Oh, I was not a casual student or a casual member. What is that? What is that? Casual. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? You come from a whole different vein. Okay.
We're in July.
Yep.
In January, he sends me a message. I would definitely love to have a private. I'm reading it. I should actually just put it on the screen.
Yes, put it on the screen, please.
I would definitely love. I want to make it larger so that you're able to see it. It's funny that folks that I have the receipts. I could easily.
And so do I. Have the same receipts. Nothing new.
Easily also describe the conversations that I've had with the other brother. Why are we doing this? How did this happen? How did it happen that you thought that you should insult me?
You know how it happened? Because you thought that you could insult a master teacher and thinking that you can get away with it. Sarnetta too. Y'all think you can get away with this. No, it doesn't work like that. What measure you use is going to be used against you. Hello? Man, what are you not getting at? I'm not saying you shouldn't. If you have any honorable questions, you have any right questions to ask a follower or somebody, then ask those questions. Don't just assume things. Okay? Don't regurgitate this public relation work that has been done in the media to discredit a master teacher, discredit a builder, discredit a spiritual teacher. Come on, man. Get it right, brother.
Why did you think that you should insult? What was it about me that you thought would be so easy?
Because just like you're doing now, very uningenuine, just the same thing you're doing now. You're using this slick talk, and I have to really, I'm trained musically and listen, and I listen to the tonality and to the tones, and it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
That I wouldn't say anything back to you. I mean,
same thing.
Are you not familiar with me?
You're not familiar with me?
So, obviously, this brother starts off the conversation like this. Now all of a sudden I'm someone that he's going to say is a scammer. You didn't sound like you were. I was a scammer.
I never said that you was a scammer. That particular words, a hustler, scammer, those words I don't use. I did not say that. I say you're a scam. If you scam me personally, then I have a right to call you a scammer. Remember that? And I said if you scam me, that's in that video. I don't call anybody scammers and hustler until they do it to me personally or somebody or one of my loved ones. And I personally, my mom, I see it personally, then I can call you a scammer. So never once did I say that. Never once. Get it right.
Scammer. When you were first talking to me, let me show you what he said. And I'm only going on Silos.
Yes.
I'm not even going into Kansu because Kansu, I don't even know what's. I wish I could call it. I can't call it. I don't understand what's wrong with the brother. And I probably will never really understand what's wrong with him because even if he's just trying to make his get his come up, why is he doing it this way?
Yeah.
You attacked his master teacher. Hello. What are you not getting through that bald head? Okay? Your hemneter and tapi. What are you not getting through that head? You attacked his master teacher. What do you expect? Come on, you're a priest. You should have sound right reasoning. Come on now. You're from Harlem. Come on now. Get it right.
I mean, it would be so much easier. It would be easier for him to simply have a conversation. Let's have a real debate. Now what you're doing is you're.
Jabari doesn't want to have a conversation with me. I even called him up. And I want to. I want to have it on, like I said, I want to have it live, online, a dialogue, a conversation. No debate. The reason why I don't debate, because I'm going to throw nothing but facts at you and you're going to duck. And that's going to make you look like a fool. And I don't want my brothers to look like fools. Not on the internet. I'm not going to make you look like a fool. But I'm going to throw you with facts. Bullets of facts and facts and facts and facts. Point by point. Bullet points of facts. And I'm going to watch you dodge. I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to do that to you. Okay? I have experience. I have experimentation and sound right reason in my corner.
Embarrassing yourself. That's what you're doing. So, let me show you the screenshots.
I think a lot of people don't know how to enter into a debate or into an argument. I don't think they really know how to approach someone to.
I guess he's talking about Kansu, but you definitely don't know about me.
To
definitely
engage in dialogue where you can develop one. Yeah. Instead, what I see that happens is there's always somebody antagonizing someone. There's always somebody poking somebody. And then there's always I'm running. And then they get these echo chambers, right? And it seems like if they can create enough wind, enough destruction within their echo chamber, maybe a branch or a twig might fly out somewhere and go into another chat. And then you get word of it, or you get irritated enough where you will respond.
So now you're presuming things.
No, it's not.
You're assuming. You're presuming, Danielle. Stop it.
Get you to respond. And I see this happen like with a lot of what you consider like top tier debaters in the community. You will have that person who's just coming in, and then then the person who's been there, put in the work, is now running. You ran from me for years. You say, hey, brother, I talked to you one time. This time we talked for 2 hours. And you could have said something then. But the truth is, you running. You've been running from me.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It really is crazy. It really is crazy. And regardless of what you can say about Jabari Osaze, the one thing you can say is I don't run from anybody, right?
Yeah, I would say that.
Take a look.
I'm glad he put this up. This is exactly what I sent him. I'm glad he put this up.
Look at this. This is from Silos, right? Silos Congas. He starts the conversation. I didn't reach out to him. This is after we were all.
You asked for me to reach out to you, Jabari, with Sarnetta. It's on tape. We could have a conversation. We could, just reach out to me. Okay? You did. All right, so stop it.
On Sarnetta. And he says, I would definitely love to have a private sit down so we can communicate our different and common perspective.
There you go. Our different different and common perspectives. Different and common perspectives. I'm glad you read that.
Priest and historian. By the way, now I'm a fake priest.
Yeah.
But he's the one that says I'm a priest.
I'm saying you a priest and historian. That's what you call yourself, correct? Isn't that what is that the title that you go by? I'm just reiterating that. I'm mentioning that. You a priest and historian. Hello, I'm not saying you're definitely a priest and historian. No, you're a priest and historian. And I'm a spiritual master. One who mastered the art of inspiring people through the drums.
Yeah.
I, a spiritual master, which I can present, and scholar in the field of music. I was awarded a scholarship for NYU CENAP, so I aced my requirement studies and included also Afro-Caribbean studies. There's
facts, truth. There's records of that. You can look it up.
His number. This is number.
You put my number up
there. That out.
Yeah, you should have.
This is number and my
number.
But you got them both.
Yeah, you
right?
Your number
Peace, brother. Where do you live? Maybe there will be a time we can sit down and break bread.
Okay, you're reaching out.
Does it sound like someone that doesn't want to talk to him?
No. I'm not referring. Well, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring when I was live on Sonetta and you popped in. You never once addressed me on nothing. And we were having a discussion there on Sonetta. I forgot what it was, but I'll find the tape. And you popped in and you popped out. Okay?
Sound like I don't. By the way, this is the same day. You don't see another day in there. I'm responding the same day. Let's look at the rest of it. I live in North Carolina.
The same day. I responded right back to you.
Right? Then he sends me a Zoom link for an African Union Summit.
In March. Exactly. I was sending that out because those who were into African spirituality and who consider themselves chiefs, okay? I was like, well, here's an African summit that's live on Zoom if you want to participate. And I send out the links. Hold on one second. Here we go. Oh, Lord. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Here we go. This is much better. I had the disclaimer on, but let me take it back, y'all. You can see that now, right? Hold on one second. I can't stay here too long. I'm telling you, I got my granddaughter here and she's acting up.
You should.
Okay, let me
insult me.
Here you go.
Someone that doesn't want to talk to him.
There you go. Oh. Now you can see the screen.
Do I sound like I don't? By the way, this is the same day. You don't see another day in there. I'm responding the same day. Let's look at the rest of it. I live in North Carolina, right? Then he sends me a Zoom link for an African Union Summit. This is in March.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I was sending that out, right?
Exactly. When did it get to the point where he no longer wanted to, that he only wanted to slander me? When did that happen?
Never have I slandered you until you started to slander Malachi Z. York. And never did I openly slander you. Never. When Kansu was speaking, I was addressing some of the points he was saying and some of the information. Never nothing personal and slandering. I never call you fake or hustler or anything of that sort. Never. This is between you and Kansu. I'm there supporting my brother. At the same time, I'm there making sure that the record is being set straight when it comes to a master teacher. What I don't understand. What you don't understand about that, bro?
When did that happen?
It happened when you. How and how when you started
Does that make sense?
Playing your little slick little Harlem shuffle.
When
that's what it happened. The Harlem shuffle.
Kansu went on the warpath about Dr. York, Now, one thing I will say about Krelos is that his comments have in some areas been bad, but he's been trying to say let's stay around the information.
Yes,
of Dr.
He's been a little bit more measured.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
But still joined in. He still joined in.
Yeah,
I mean,
still joined in and said some things.
Hello, I'm on the podcast,
and it's almost like let's not talk about the stuff that people are talking about. Let's focus on this.
Yeah.
But
when the crew robs a bank and you're the getaway driver, and somebody gets killed, you get charged for murder too.
Well, thank you. Same thing with you.
You were
same thing. When Lamont Hill robbed that bank and started saying those things, you co-signed. You sit right. You and Sonetta are right there in the getaway car. Thank you. I'm glad you said
literally that. In the car on the platform together.
Yeah.
You didn't say, well, I've spoken to Brother Jabari. He didn't seem like he's inauthentic. In fact, you say he's a fake priest, but I'm recognizing he's a priest.
No, I never said that.
He didn't say, well, brother, I know you have problems with him.
You say you're a
said
priest.
Some things you disagree with, but I hope that the two of you can work it out.
I always say that.
Instead, he adds on some stuff.
Add on what? What did I add on?
Is he as out of pocket as Kansu? No.
Thank you. Okay, but you acknowledge
he
that.
Has to be held accountable for that chat as well.
You're gonna be held accountable also, Jabari.
He has to.
You should be held accountable also. Yes.
And so I really wish I understood how he thinks that he could do that. And I won't just show you that obviously this is performative. Obviously this is performative.
You're
if
number
it wasn't
one
performative, then why in the world?
And the Oscar award goes to Jabari Azaze. You when it comes to performing, come on now. And we learned that in the Ivy League school also. We learned that also. It's about performance, okay? You read Shakespeare and the stuff that he said, the life is a stage. It's about performance. You know that. Don't try to diminish that because you know how it is. You're one of the biggest performers out there. When it comes to scholastic, historian, scholars, and you go into the university, Ivy League school, you look at these professors, they're one of the best performers out there. Are you kidding me? Don't start Jabari, please.
Are we in this situation? By the way, you should also know that the day that we had the conversation on Sonetta, what day was that? Do you know?
With Sonetta, it was January 5th.
January 12th.
January 12th, yeah.
It was when you had when you had Mark Lamont Hill on there. When you had
January 12th.
This had to be after Mark Lamont Hill. Yeah.
When does he send me this conversation? He's reaching out to me. Look at it again, please.
Yeah, because I didn't like what you said. That's right.
So the conversation we had on Sonetta, take a look at this. Can you share this? Look at this right here.
Because I wanted to do it in private. And just like I did the same thing to Reggie. The same thing to Reggie, brother Reggie. The same thing. I got his number. I called him. And then he came, well, I understand this and this and that. And we, to this day, no problems with him on that. But Jabari, you never had that conversation with me where like, I'm giving you actual facts from someone who experienced personally. Okay? Personally. All right? Hold on one second. Oh, Lord. I did the same thing with Reggie. I even did the same thing to Sonetta. The same thing. Had this conversation. The first, what Sonetta told me? Oh, well, you wasn't there later. You was there earlier. So maybe it didn't happen when you were there earlier. It must have happened later on. That's, I don't care about any of that. When I was there, I know what happened. When I was there, what I experienced. I really don't know everything that happened. I mean, I didn't sleep in the same freaking bed. This man, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell you certain things, and I wanted to have this conversation, and to also look at it from consider other perspectives. That not everybody thinks the same in these perspectives, these lenses, and look at it from this perspective. Like I explained in the other podcast about the whole ufology thing, extraterrestrial and risk and the pickle man, all of that whole industry, okay, that was very, very lucrative. It was exploding in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like I explained that. You know what I'm saying? That's another perspective. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, you don't want to hear these perspectives. Before I go on, I just want to say, Rahubat, Alex, Khadsu, and Rahubat, Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullah. Salim El, deflecting. Yeah. You know, I hope I'm not deflecting. You know, but let's go on.
This is the one where he's getting his clock cleaned by both me and Mark.
Now this, I'm not, you see, he goes from Silos, I'm a concentrate Silo, and then he jumps into Hansu. He's speaking now about Hansu. All right? Interesting. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with your brain, bro? If you're going to concentrate on Silos Conga, concentrate on Silos Conga. Tell me. Now he's jumping into Hansu. They were beating the brains out of Hansu. Bullshit.
Come on, Hill. You can see that's on January 12th.
Right.
January 12th. When does Silos reach out to me and say, hey, I'd love to sit down and have a private conversation?
Exactly.
January 14th.
Exactly.
2 days later.
To set the record straight. Hello. Yes. 2 days later, set the record straight. I did not like what you did and co-sign to clout chasing Mark Lamont Hill, who is not on Fox News anymore, CNN, okay? Says he's had a doctorate degree from Temple University. So what? So what? He has been known throughout the conscious community as a brother that has been on attack of master teachers and icons in the Black communities, okay? And not that I have anything bad to say, I like the brother Mark Lamont Hill. I really do. I see something in him. Like I tell you, I can read people out. But then sometimes, industries and sometimes jobs get in the way, and sometimes, monetary money gets in the way, and people become ingenuine. What is it? Okay. Yeah. But listen.
That's odd.
Danielle, what's odd about that? That's me responding to the brother and letting him know I'm not going to do this publicly to you. I'm not going to embarrass you publicly. I wanted to do this privately and tell you, brother, you are supposed to be a Kemetic priest, okay? You're supposed to live by some vows and principles and ma'at principles, right? So you're violating all of that. You're violating it when you're speaking like this submersively about a master teacher, and then expect people to say shit about it and think that that's the truth. We're on the internet. So then I got a lot of views. You're poisoning the minds of the youth with this crap. That's what you're doing. You're causing separatism. Separatism. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I got to come in and out because I got a 2-year-old daughter here. Yeah, yes, Salim. Yeah, he was deflecting a lot. Because, they really have nothing to say about me in terms of they know. Sanetta Sanetta is mad at me and all this stuff. I never mentioned his name, not even once in the lines then. And Sanetta knows, and I told him numerous times, why do you do that? When Polite does something, he's another baby Dr. York, Young Pharaoh, baby Dr. York, Nature Boy, baby, because when they do a criminal act, right? But let's say if one of them was to create a community, a theme park, we're able to become very. Is he a baby Dr. York now? No. You see, there's some bias going on. There's something going on here, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm not here to co-sign. I'm not here to tell you to follow Dr. York. Not at all, by no means. I believe you should be your own man. You should, but I also know that there are people that master certain parts in life that we can learn from. We can learn from them. It's like if I master the art of percussion playing and the drumming here, can't you not learn? Can I not sit down, inspire you, and teach you how to play certain 6/8 rhythms, 3/4 rhythms, and 4/4, and teach you certain rhythms and African rhythms? Huh? Even Abakwa rhythms, Guawanko, African Juju. Yeah. Can I not show you those things? Huh? And then also my spiritual, my practices when it comes to spirituality and learning things. Like I'm doing the podcast on the Throat Energy Center and about the Houthi. And what I learned about the Houthi and stuff that I read and things that adds up. So, this is weird. This is really ungenuine.
Saying that he wasn't aware of it? By the way, he's still sending me links to join meetings on March 14th. Can you say, listen, these are the receipts. Brother Silos.
Well, something, Jabbar, you should be honored that I sent you something now. Now, you know what? The gates are closed. The doors are closed. We're getting ready to do a lot of things, a lot of studies. Hold on one second. Like I said, I got a 2-year-old, and let me give her. Here, I'll give you a cookie. Again, you should have been honored to receive those. Those are African Summit. You speak about African spirituality. You would have sat in the same Zoom community with people from Ghana, people from Liberia, people from South Africa, people from Saudi Arabia, people from all parts of Africa. You had an opportunity to sit down with them in a Zoom and dialogue and have conversation. It could have helped. I'm thinking like this can help your business. This can help you out to connect to the African community. That's what it's all about. I was giving you a jewel, but now it's closed. It's closed. Close the door. That's it. Huh? You're on your own.
Please explain what you're doing.
I just did.
Kansu is all out of pocket. He's going to get an intellectual tongue lashing. But Silos, why are you with him?
You see why I'm with him? He's afraid. He's afraid that I will be with him. He's afraid. He's afraid because, again, they know of the way I am. They know of my reasoning power. They can see it. They see that I'm not this person that like to speak submersive about people, and I like to keep everything at an even keel. And I like to expound and expand on certain concepts and take into consideration different things. Let's say I'm not so closed-minded. You see, they're afraid of that. This is what this is all about. They don't want me to be in the same room or to be with Hansu, even though I don't agree a lot of Hansu tactic, but that's his thing. He's defending, and he wants to be a debater, right? And he's defending his master teacher. How is that not? Come on now. What's wrong with that? He's defending his master teacher. That's the way he rolls. You see, I don't have to do all that because I don't have to. When you're going to defend, I don't have to defend him at all because the work is it's there in the pudding, man. The works is there. I could just show you videos. Like I'm going to show you video. And yeah, if I get in contact with Mark Lamar here, I want my 10 racks, brother. I'm going to show you actually, there's videos, but bits and pieces, but there's a cassette tape that came out. So I'm trying to find that cassette tape of him actually speaking in Arabic, conversational Arabic. And then there are huppahs of him in Arabic, conversational. And then I have elders that were with him, but then again, you don't honor that. You don't honor that. So we can't use the elders. We can't use our personal experiences. We can't use all of that. Okay, that's fine. Well, we're gonna have to find you the videotapes. Okay, beautiful.
Why are you with him?
I already told you.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I just like I said, I just didn't understand it.
Because you know why you don't understand, Danielle? Because he attacked a master teacher and said, and not only because he attacked him, but he said submersive and stuff that are untrue. Untrue. If you allow this untruth, this lies to go on, then you're just as false as them. I'm not going to allow this untruth and this falsehood to continue on, because it's not right. It's not honorable. It is just not honorable. Okay? And you talk about, oh, you don't want to go on an attack. You want to separate yourself from the Wapians, because the Wapians can show you much more. Have to have done much more in terms of the Kemetic paradigm and Kemetic school than any of y'all. Even after this, he had done much more. And even to this day, they have their own land, their own plot, and their own temple with Kemetic, with statues of our ancestors, Nile Valley's our ancestors on there. And you're afraid of that. Why? Why are you afraid? So you want to separate yourself from that? Well, I really have to look at what you are, man, and what you're representing, man. You know, I'm like I said, I like to get along with so many people. I like both of these brothers. I mean, I like both of these brothers for his character, and good. They're great performers. This guy got a suit. Great performers. I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. I love a good movie. I love good wardrobe. I love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see my picture. You know, I got my WhatsApp, and that was I got from Shaka Almo, and I got my crown that I got from Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
it's like when you looking at the
keep
video,
it real.
It's almost like an abort mission. Because once he started talking, I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Who are you talking about?
You know what? I think I gotta go. Well, I'm gonna turn my camera and my mic off. I'm gonna walk away from this.
Yeah.
You know, because it was like when Mark Hill asked him, show me the video.
Here they go with the video stuff. You're gonna get a rude awakening.
Like a slide.
You are going to get a rude awakening on that.
Trying to get you off of something, and he didn't present it at all.
Yep.
You're gonna get a very rude awakening on that. Already has shown. Hold on a second.
Dr. York, whether he spoke.
Already has shown about the procession of Osiris and the Comitian paradigm, and all that stuff, and the rituals and stuff like that, the public rituals and stuff like that. I already have shown that, and I compared it to the rituals that Jabbar was doing. Bro, they cannot compare. But then again, he would say, well, it depends on what kind of rituals. I never seen you do a procession like that. And I've done procession for Nuwapians. I've done processions on balls and stuff like that, and public settings. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a drummer. You know, when they deal with procession. We were speaking about that at the African Kingdom Federation, and some of which if you would have took my lead and you would have been involved in that, you would have known of certain the trainings we get as ambassadors and learning about processions when we have to walk in the Empress of Sheba in certain processions. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I don't see. Maybe you're not at that level yet. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to impact a little more of this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Arabic. The one thing that I like that Mark did was he said, well, you can say that you found people that say he did speak Arabic. And I can say that people that say he didn't speak Arabic. And we can go back and forth. We could pile up this whole line of people going back and forth. But one thing that we can do though, pretty much to stop this, is you can show him a video of him actually speaking Arabic.
Well, there are actual tapes and there are videos. I'm going to look for them. There are videos and there are tapes of him speaking Arabic. And I experienced that. And a lot of times, you know, you got also the students. If the student is speaking Arabic, obviously where the student learning from? The teacher, right? The logic here is so immature, man. So immature. I don't know what's wrong with our people, man. You know, it's in the foods and the air. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, and Jabbar should know better because when you study, I don't know, did he ever study philosophy or psychology in Cornell? Because I know psychology classes There's a standard class. You learn about deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning, but I find that he does not use these skills. This brother, forget it. Daniel Heru, I don't know what kind of education you have, but you're definitely not demonstrating deductive reasoning. You're not demonstrating. A lot of times, the students are doing exactly what the teacher had taught them to do. So if you got a lot of the students speaking Arabic, where did they freaking learn the Arabic from at the time? We built a whole Islamic village, Ansarullah Jamiat, and we were speaking Arabic to each other. English and Arabic, of course. English, but some Arabic, conversational. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know? So my teacher also was Salim Sisi from the synagogue who spoke Arabic and English. So I learned a lot of Arabic from him, pronunciation. But I learned the Quranic Arabic from Malachi York himself, Ali Mamisa Hadi Mahdi, at the name at the time, from him personally. So now I'm crazy. I imagine all this. Why do I have to lie about something like that? That's very ridiculous. A man that spent so many years in the Islamic schools and going to Mecca, done his Hajj, going to this university in Cairo, spending time in Sudan with Saeed Sadiq. All this time, he never picked up on Arabic. He never spoke Arabic. All this, look at the logic now. All this time, it's like I go to Puerto Rico, right? All that time I'm going to be in Puerto Rico, I'm not going to speak Spanish or not enhance my Spanish speaking. All that time, even a couple of months in Puerto Rico. I used to go to Puerto Rico for the summer, come back to New York, and it was like I had to readjust because I was all in Spanish over there in Puerto Rico and coming back to New York. And in New York, I was still speaking Spanish because I was raised around a lot of Cubans, a lot of Puerto Ricans. And the neighborhood was a lot of Spanish. Bodega, everything was Spanish. We were bilingual. Malachi York was bilingual, had Arabic and had the English, and also other languages he learned along the way, you know. But mainly the Arabic and the English, bilingual. Bro, where's the lie? I don't understand these guys' logic. So again, you got people that come and they throw shit on the fan and gets it over everybody. Monk Lamont Hill came in, pooped right in the fan, bloop. And they got all over these guys. Now this is a new narrative. Oh, Dr. York never spoke Arabic. He did not know Arabic and he never spoke Arabic. Check that out. You're saying he never spoke Arabic. Or he wasn't fluent in Arabic. Am I fluent in Spanish? ¿Ah? ¿Puedo yo comunicarme en español con ustedes? ¿Puedo yo? ¿Ah? Okay? Man, this is crazy. So, you know, this is so ungenuine, so pseudo.
To an Arabic-speaking person.
He never spoke
Arabic. That's the irrefutable proof.
Jabari knows that's a lie. Jabari knows he spoke Arabic because
What is that?
You see? Now, this is what I'm talking about. You see exactly what Jabari did there? You see that? Let me play that again. You see that? He has a tendency of doing this. And this is what gets him in trouble. You see that?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I gotta go. Well, I'm gonna turn my camera and my mic off.
By the way, I've been in lots of places.
Look.
But one thing that we can do though, pretty much to stop this, is you can show him a video of him actually speaking Arabic.
And you're gonna get
Arabic speaking person.
Oh, the Arabic speaking person.
That kind of kills it. Okay. That's the irrefutable proof in which he
said they have a picture of him.
Okay.
So,
you see, this is what I'm talking about. You see how Jabari is so slick? You see that? That's a problem, bro. It's like, are there any videos of me speaking Spanish to my family? You know what? I'm going to create some video of me speaking Spanish to a Spanish-speaking person. I've spoken to the pa in Spanish and stuff like that on live on YouTube. But are there videos out there of me speaking to a Spanish-speaking person? Huh? Is there? Hello? Do I speak Spanish? Come on, man. Where's your logic, bro? Come on. So,
by the way, I've been in lots of places. There are pictures of me in France. There are pictures of me in Italy. There are pictures of me in Ethiopia. Does that mean that I speak all of those languages?
Same
there are pictures of me in Mexico.
Pictures of me being in France. Pictures of me being in Mexico. Well, Mexico no problem because it's Spanish. Mexico no problem because it's Spanish. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, in France, it's pictures of me in France. The Eiffel Tower when I did with Tito Puente Jr., Enrico Monaco. Yeah, there's pictures of me all over. Speak and go into world. Yeah, same thing. But you know, I don't speak French, or I know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't speak it, you know, like that because that's not the environment that I've grown into. You know, I just went there visiting. So the analogy here is it's a logical fallacy. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta really, really look at you really sense the way these brothers are thinking at this time. They're hurt, their mind is bought. I mean, you gotta really look at this. You have to almost be a master at deciphering people's phonology, people's vocabulary, phonology, and the tones that they're speaking in. You have to really look at, and the laughter, you know, the insinuations, and you know what I'm saying? The inner jokes. You have to really pay attention, folks. Yo, you gotta really pay attention to this. This is ludicrous. Like Mike Tyson, ludicrous. This is ludicrous. This is insane. You know, this is why they have a problem with me, because I'm going to point this out from a psychological point, from a psychiatry point, and I'm not a psychiatrist, neither am I'm a psychologist. You know, even though I studied psychology at NYU, but again, you know, when you're able to again decipher things by many years of thinking and deciphering things and using this logical fallacy, inductive reasoning, and knowing about this stuff, man, you know what I'm saying, which I'm gonna embark in the class, because I'm telling you, I love my people so much, and I really think that we need to fix this. We need to fix it. So it's going to expose a lot of people. So if they're honorable, they'll change. And they'll come back and say, man, you know, I get what you're saying. And yeah, I'm going to try. You know, my heart is not to engage in certain things. Like I said it here. I'm going to try my hardest not to engage in a lot of things, because, you know, I try to go on Lion's Den, and I like JJ and everything. But and I like everybody on there. But I cannot stand the cursing. Because I live by a spiritual principle that the cursing is a spiritual detritus, what they call spiritual debris. And people that curses a lot, they poison the air. You know what I'm saying? They poison the etheric bodies. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't allow cursing in my house and stuff like that. And people that curse a lot, I shun away from them. So that's all. You know, I'm not gonna allow. And shout out to Ruthie Brown. We got a class today, Friday, 7:00. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't agree with everything that the brother said, you know what I'm saying? There's some things that are there that needs to be tweaked. But other than that, I think that the brother's being very, you know, I like his style. You know, and he gave me a very good advice. He told me, you know, and it's true. You know, I know what I get into. Yeah, I'm not being. I allow myself sometimes to be swayed by certain people, and by no means, I don't think counsel means anything by swaying me through conversation. But I'm his elder, and he wants to make sure that he's being correct. And I think that counsel is being genuine. He's being correct when he addresses people that attack the master teacher, Dr. York, right? And he's addressing that, and he's putting certain things against them because they opened up the Pandora's box. Now you, Jabari, are gonna have to reach out and tell her. And now you want to give her a scholastic beating or whatever. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Hansu is gonna rip a new one in you. I really do. He's gonna rip a new one in you. Especially, I'm gonna come behind the scene and I'm gonna feed him some scholastic information that it's gonna rip a new hole in you. And we don't mean to do that. We're not about that. We weren't taught like that. But if you're gonna do that, we're gonna sew you back up and put you on your way. We're gonna build you back up. I'm gonna tear you down. And if I tear you down, Jabari, please understand that I'm also gonna build you up. That's because you're my brother. You know, I got a 2-year-old here. Sometimes I got to spank. I got my chancleta. Bang! Hey, girl. You know, and I got to tell her. You can't do this, you can't do that, because it's about your protection and it's about the family's legacy and the family's protection. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep it real. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I would love to have a dialogue and a conversation with Jabari. And we could do it with Daniel Heru. I don't mind doing it, even though he's a little biased, but I already know that they're going to respect certain things that I'm going to say in perspective, because they think that I'm measurable, and they think that I'm more poised, and I'm more calm, and will look at things from a perspective, from a psychological point, and then look at things and saying like, hey, listen, from the touchstone of positivity, and say, hey, listen, is this going to benefit us in the long run? Is this engagement? Is this conversation? Is it going to benefit us in the long run? I think it's going to benefit. You know why? Because it's going to show us that we have to man up. It's going to show us that we have to be for real. Stop it. Be for real. You have so much that you accomplished with that bull crap. But imagine what you could accomplish with the truth. Sawab. Imagine what you could accomplish. I gave you the key and told you, yo, check out this summit. Get involved with it. You call maybe you got something to hide. Because once you go into African Kingdom Federation and you even log in as a chief, you have to show your kingdom. You have to show your lineage. There's a lot of things that got to come and play. They're not just going to say, so maybe, I don't know. But you know what? A lot of us here in America, we have lineages also. We have an open door, what they call that diaspora, Echo 6. We have that door open. But we got to stop this game. Gotta stop the game. You cannot. Right now, man, I don't want to even make the announcement, but man, the kingdom is bro. And Mandome Congo is bro. Let me tell you, I mean, this is an actual kingdom. This is coming out of my federation. This is the kingdom today, the African Royal Kingdom. A bunch of kingdoms from Africa coming together. A bunch of chiefs, emperors coming together, diplomats, the United Nations, people coming together to again to put it into the agenda the Project 7 Phoenix, which is about the betterment of African society. Because once we take care of the cradle, then everything else, Europe, anybody else can come and engage and have this conversation and can become a citizen of this particular kingdom. We're gonna have passport, IDs, all of that. Same thing what Panama did at the level in Eatonton, Georgia. That's what I'm saying. There's so many master teachers, so many examples out here. But there's we gotta cut the bullshit. I'm sorry to say, you gotta cut the crap. We have to cut that crap out, man. We gotta again, like a masonry, the ashes stone. We gotta smooth it out. You got to cut out those unnecessary pieces and straighten everything out. What is it, baby? Oh, what? Let me get. Oh, what's your foot? Oh, boo-boo? Let me see. Oh, baby. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. She wants some tender loving care. Let me get to her. But listen, that was the video that they did. That was a video that they did. And you see the deflecting of, yes, Salim, the deflecting, you see the I just wanted you to get an example of the mental, the amount of reasoning that was used here, if any, the mental. Then he wanted to keep it on Silos Conga, but then he shifted over to Consul, mixing the two. He just didn't, and then when he went on me, I'm Silos Conga. When he went on myself, it was such an ungenuine. And you know that because the sequence is out of place, the logic is out of place. You know what I'm saying? But my invitation goes out. Daniel Heru, you ever check this out? I want you and Jabari. Let's sit down. We can do this live, or if you want to do it privately, I doesn't care. I'm not doing this for any views or anything. I want to set the record straight again because I have nothing to hide. So I'll set the record straight. You know what I'm saying? And only because I want to see us all prosper. I got to live up to the part. I'm a crown ambassador, man. I got to live up to that part. And even with Hunsu and JJ, I have to let them know, hey, listen, That's why I put it in the title, Crown Ambassador. I have to be careful of how I thread because I'm a representative of the kingdom. I have to be careful how I thread. I am trying the best I can to reach out to the African diaspora. I'm doing the best I can to reach out to the conscious community. And again, I'm just again, separating, things and to put things back in order. You got to put it back in order. Anyway, all investors to you all. And again, if anybody has anything different to say, another perspective different to say, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably come on tonight. I'll do a part 2 because there's much more we can impact. But I'm gonna stick to the Tahuti, to the Halak Azub Kwabat, the Throat Energy Center, and I'm gonna go speak. Which this a lot also has to do with it. This tells me that they're off. It needs to be tweaked. Something that they're doing is not. They need to be tweaked. Because I'm also like that too. When I make, and I look back and I say, man, I got to tweak this, I got to tweak that. I make mistakes also. But we can learn from our mistakes, y'all. We can learn from these mistakes, okay? And again, I'm not going to come out here and again, slander. I don't do that. I'm not calling Jabari no scam, no hustler. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. You're not going to hear that from me, Jabari. You're not going to hear that at all from me. You're not. But however, if you put in what comes out of your mouth is caca, then I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to clean up that bull crap if you put out here, especially about a master teacher. And I got experience because that's offensive to me because what you're saying what you're telling me is that I'm cuckoo. I'm crazy. I imagine all this. I'm crazy. I imagine this man going Arabic. I was, bamboozled. My mother didn't raise a fool. You're calling me a fool. My mother did not raise a fool. This is a very offensive. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm telling you, Jabari and Danielle, also, what I'm telling y'all is you got to get your logic right. You got to come on now. I mean, I like the fact that you and I know you were very careful about that. And that's honorable. You know what I'm saying? And you're very careful of that. And you asked me a question, why do I do this with Hansu? Well, Hansu asked me to be part of his podcast when he's there as an elder, because I tell him, when you engage these people, you talk about these people, you should have an elder there with you. And a lot of times, and you can see it on the video, I was trying to tell Hansu, hey, settle down, JJ, when the other brother got in there. And the brother sound very, very intelligent and very, very, very poised, very, very, very respectful, but they went at him. Forget it. They went at him. And I was like, yo, I didn't like that at all. I'm the first to tell you. And there's certain things that Malachi Yo did back in the days, I would tell him, I don't like that. That's not right. That's not right. And he would be, oh, really? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? That was the type of man he was. Okay? And that's the type of person I am. If I don't like something, man, I gotta say it. I don't like some things happen in my house, man. They hear it from me. I don't like it. It's not right. It's just because it makes me look bad. It makes me look bad. If I see some crime being done in front of me, I don't like it. I'm going to have to do something about it in some form of fashion because it's not, I'm guilty. Like you said, I'm just as guilty. Well, you know what? Jabari, you're just as guilty. Danielle, you're putting yourself in the same shoe, brother. Okay? You're going to be just as guilty. Just as guilty when you keep doing this. Again, you mentioned Dr. York and about, you didn't show no facts and all that. And bro, you're about to get slammed on this, bro. Don't let, I reached out to my brothers and sisters out there. So who's got the videos, who's got the tapes? Bring it out. Who got the archives? Because they're out there. Those archives are out there, man. And man, Breast is hard. Abiyaya is not here with us, but he would have, man. Oh my. And also Abu Bakr Magafa. Also Samuel Harris. These are elders, man. I don't want to put them in that situation, but But then again, you don't honor that. You don't honor. That's not the committed way. And I just want to say this quickly. If you look up the word priest, you're going to see that it's very synonymous with the word elder. Elder. That's the reason why they say, if you say 40 or 42 years, because that's eldership, right? An elder become priest. Sometimes you can have an elder sense of mind when you're young, right? So you become a young priest, right? But then once you be an actual priest, a high priest, a priest, it's eldership. That's the way it's used in English colloquialism, in English language. Look it up in the dictionary. Maybe I should bring it up. Hold on. No. I'll leave it for someone for other time. We'll go over the word priest and we'll go over all of that. But, Hansu is onto something. You know what I'm saying? And he's just letting you know what kind of priest are you. What and as that type of priest, well, how he's putting you on the spot, not slandering you. That's not slandering you. He's testing the spirit to see if it's true. And if you got something to hide, you're gonna hide, man. You're gonna deflect. You're gonna hide. And I feel sorry for you, man. It's not the way to live your life. It's not the way to live your life at all, man. It's just not. Okay. Well, anyway, all in blessings. I'm out of here. Peace. Gabat. Marikatu.